All right, this is the Painesville Township Board of Zoning Appeals. We're going to call this meeting to order. I just want everyone that is linked in here to know that 3 of the 5 members are signed in, and that does legally give us a quorum so we can make the decisions on what is being presented this evening. Normally at this time we would do the Pledge of Allegiance, but because this is virtual, we're foregoing that. At this time, Rachel, if you'll take the roll call of the members, please.
Okay. Dave Anzera.
Here.
Ken Sullivan.
Here.
Chairman.
Here.
Should I still call out Randy and?
Well,
Yes.
if nothing else heard, we'll assume they're not here unless they chime in. I haven't heard them, so we're going to assume they're not here.
Okay.
Okay, and at this time, I'm going to refer to our legal counsel. He will explain why people that plan to testify need to be sworn in. So Jeremy, if you would go ahead and explain that and take care of that for us.
I will do that. And actually, I was thinking, Tom, too, just real quick before I get to that, if you're okay with it. I was going to give the rationale for the oath and the record and all those things, but rather than just bring in every single person at once, so we can make sure we have the names, and we have quite a few tonight, that after I give the spiel, I will do the actual swearing-ins at the beginning of each.
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. Thanks, Jeremy.
Okay. So for everybody, for your knowledge, this is a quasi-judicial proceeding, meaning that the decision that is made today can be appealed to Common Pleas Court. And because of that, we need to have a true and accurate record. So everybody who's going to be testifying either for the variance or against the variance will need to be sworn in. And the record that is kept today will be the full record, that would be carried forward to the Common Pleas Court. So that anything that needs to be on the record needs to be on the record tonight and needs to be sworn testimony. So when we get to your case, I will be asking each of you to raise your right hand and state that you swear or affirm that the statements that you are about to give are the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Normally, we would do everybody at the same time right now, but because of the virtual nature of this meeting, I'm going to do it before each one so we can make sure that we get on record that people have sworn to tell the truth.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Chairman.
All right, at this time, we've got a case from last meeting that was continued. Rachel, if you would please read case 20 BZA 16.
Okay. Applicant Kathleen Pesnick filed a variance application for property located at 520 Carson Avenue. The request is to allow installation of a 6-foot height wood fencing between the dwelling and the Lakeshore Boulevard right-of-way in violation of section 6.13E, which limits fence height to 3 feet between a dwelling and a street right-of-way line.
Okay, I find no error in our zoning inspector requiring a variance for this. So Jeremy, if at this time, if you would like to find out who is on this case is going to speak for or against and swear them.
I will. First, can I have anybody who's going to be speaking for the variance in this case?
I guess myself, Kathleen Schnock.
Okay. And is there anybody else speaking for the variance?
My contractor, but his daughter had a volleyball game, so that took precedence.
Okay. Anybody online? Oh, sorry.
No.
Okay. Anybody else online who will be speaking against the variance?
The dogs, if they start barking.
Okay.
No.
I won't swear them in. The dogs always tell the truth. Okay. So it'll just be for you. I'm going to need you to raise your right hand, and we'll take your word for it that you're raising your right hand.
Yes,
and I'm going to ask you a question, and you can say I do for me. Do you swear or affirm that the statements you are about to give are the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you. Mr. Chairman?
Okay, so right now, is there anyone, Kathleen, would you like to explain what you'd like to do? Just to the board?
Yes, as you said, I live at the corner of Lakeshore Boulevard and Carson Avenue. I have my neighbor behind me, the Dickersons, they have a fence going the variance of my whole backyard. I just put a fence between my neighbor that is east and west of me. My old fence was being torn down. It was all falling apart. I have 2 dogs. I take care of my animals. I want them protected. I want to protect other people. I have a puppy, and it's a busy road. I have a shed that's in my backyard that's been there. Mr. Bruce Dickerson that lives behind me, he has a boat and a big truck that he backs in and out of that driveway all the time. He hasn't had any accidents. There has been no accidents at this intersection. My shed has always been there. It won't even interfere with the site of the stop sign to the driveway or to the stop sign from where the fence needs to go. That's why I asked for the yard to be fenced in.
Okay. And I'm assuming according to the records here, no one else is there to speak in favor. Anyone to speak against the request?
My
Any questions?
11-year-old.
Any questions? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
My 11-year-old son, I don't think that would count, though. I mean, I'm here by
Well,
myself.
Yeah, he hadn't been
Out of the
sworn,
hospital.
right?
No, my son has not. No.
Okay. All right.
He
Anyone to
was
speak against the request?
No.
About questions from the board? Dave or Ken, any questions?
Just one question. So the fence that you're going to extend as it goes parallel to Lakeshore, I'm looking at the drawing that was with your application. It looks like it's going to end at the shed on the corner of your property. Is that correct?
Yes. And he's going to put 2 boards behind the shed so my dog can't get out. Like 2 panels.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah,
not panels. That's not what I meant. I know they're 4x4s, or what's a fence, a panel? Not a straight full panel, a board up and down.
Okay. Just to close the
Okay.
gap
That's
between
what
the
he's
fence
gonna
and
be
the shed, the corner of the shed.
Yeah, dogs
Okay.
don't get out, yeah. But I asked the neighbor behind me, he said he did not have a problem with it because the fence was already up on his side. We both put it up, and I don't see any disturbance, or else I would not have asked for it.
Okay. Ken, any questions? You're muted,
questions.
Ken. There you go.
No questions.
Okay. All right. Since there's only 2 of you who can do the motion and the second, we might as well just play hopscotch here and go back and forth. Whoever wants to make the motion.
Okay, I'll move that we
All right,
grant the.
this is Ken.
Go ahead, Ken.
Go ahead. All right, I'll go ahead. I'll make a motion to approve 20 BZA-16 as requested in the application.
I'll second that.
And my contractor
Okay,
will know what that is, because
I'm sorry?
my contractor will know what that is.
Know what is?
Oh, what that code was that you said, I mean, for him to proceed, or how does that go?
So we're just approving the variance, so you'll be able to go ahead
Oh,
with it.
okay, sorry, I didn't understand. This is my first time
Yeah,
doing this, and I just got out of the hospital. So
Motion
sorry.
was made to approve the variance, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay, the motion's been made and seconded. Rachel, if you'll call the roll, please.
Okay, Dave Zera,
Yes.
Ken,
Yes,
and Chairman.
Yes. Okay, Kathleen, the fence is not up, correct? Is this something you want to do in
No.
a hurry?
There's a backup on wood, so it's not like I can do anything right away anyways. I would like to, but I can't.
All right, the reason I'll say this to all the applicants this evening. The reason we do this, once this variance request is approved by our board, it does not become official for 30 days until our next meeting when the minutes are approved. So if anyone needs to do anything before the next 30 days, let us know. We can journalize this decision to make it effective right away.
Okay.
So is that something you would like us to do? Or
Yes,
can you
move
wait?
forward, please.
Okay, so I would suggest
Yeah,
someone make a motion to journalize this decision.
Okay, this is Dave Inzera. I will move to journalize BZA case 20 BZA-16.
Ken Sullivan, I second that.
Okay, Rachel.
Ken? Sorry, Ken?
Yes. Yes.
And Dave Inzera?
Yes.
Okay, and Chairman?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So,
Thank
Mrs. What's the correct pronunciation of your name, Kathleen?
Zanak.
Zanak? Okay.
The
Well,
P is silent.
Okay, Zanak. Your variance request has been approved and it's been journalized. So you can give, I would give our zoning inspector a day or so, and then you can get whatever paperwork you need and proceed, okay?
Okay, thank you very much. I appreciate your time. Do I hang up or do I stay on the call?
You're welcome to stay and watch the rest of this, or you can go watch Jeopardy or something, whatever you want to do.
Thank you so much and be safe, guys. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. All right. Rachel, next, if you would read case 20 BZA 20, please.
Okay, we've got applicant Kevin Foley filed a variance application for property located at Fairfield Road. The request is to allow this parcel to be treated as a conforming R-1 parcel in Painesville Township due to its incorporation into sublot A of the lot splits combinations proposed by the survey provided by Jones Surveying LLC dated 06/11/2020 as per contract 20-076. Sublot A is proposed to contain 0.505 acres of land within Concord Township, whose zoning regulations with regard to minimum lot area, minimum lot width, minimum front, side, and rear yard clearances, and minimum living space are equal to or exceed those requirements in the Painesville Township zoning resolution, and 0.200 acres of land within Painesville Township.
Okay, I don't find any error in our zoning inspector requesting a variance. However, in all the years I've been on the board, I think this is the first variance like this I've seen. So I'm going to ask Rich and the applicant to kind of give us the story of what you're really trying to do here.
And I have to swear him in real quick first.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm sorry.
That's all right. That's all right. Okay. Anybody who's here to speak in favor of the variance?
Kevin Foley.
Okay. Anybody here? Okay, gotcha, Kevin. Anybody here speaking against the variance?
There's additional people speaking for.
Speaking for, okay. Anybody else speaking for?
Margaret Nels, property owner.
Okay.
And Peggy Breedlove, her daughter.
Okay. Anybody else speaking in favor? Okay. Anybody speaking against? Okay. For those three of you who are speaking in favor, I'm going to ask you to raise your right hand and just answer I do to this question. Do you swear or affirm that the statements you are about to give are the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes. Yes.
I do.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Proceed, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, let the record show that our zoning inspector was also sworn on that. Okay, so I don't know, Rich, do you want to start, or Mr. Foley? If you want to start, tell us exactly what you're looking to do here.
I'll start if you want. There's a piece of property, a part of a larger property, which will be, which I'm purchasing from the Nels family. It is being split into several different lots, one portion of which is in Painesville Township. I have applied to county planning for all the necessary approvals and have received those. But there's, because of the fact that one of the lots has some Painesville Township land in it and some Concord Township land in it. I asked Richard Constantine what he felt the procedure would be. And I think purposes, he wanted to get this on the record as to what we would proceed with it. The suggestion is that here in Concord Township that we would use their zoning standards are somewhat more restrictive than Painesville Township's. So the sideline requirements would be more than would be required in Painesville Township, as with frontline setback. And other than that, they concur with all zoning is required.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm on the meeting, but I think I'm last on the docket, so I'm doing some research for the property.
Who is that? That just spoke? Anybody know who that was that just?
I think that person just needs to be muted. I don't know if Sean can do that. I think it's somebody for later, but they're unmuted.
I'll keep an eye out. Sorry, I didn't see who it was. But go ahead and continue, and I'll watch further.
Okay, is there anyone else to speak in favor? Nels, you're muted.
Do you want to say anything?
No, I just figured Mr. Foley would explain the situation, which he did.
Okay, so you're in agreement with him the way he explained it. Is that what you're saying?
Correct.
So yeah, basically there's a little pie. Ooh, bad feedback. There's a little pie-shaped piece that is part of a much larger property that is in Painesville Township, and that little pie-shaped piece, Mr. Foley is looking to have it become part of a building lot that the vast majority of it is in Concord Township.
I gotcha. Okay. I'm assuming the intention here, Mr. Foley, is you want to build something down in that area. Is that correct?
It is, and I couldn't to get clarification on it prior to that point, so that it was brought to the board's attention. I imagine it's a fairly uncommon situation, and I think it would be in everybody's best interest to have it on the record that it was brought to BZA's attention and approved as such.
Okay, Rich, do you have anything to add to this?
Yeah, really, this is a very small parcel of property in Painesville Township, right on the border of Concord. It really doesn't make sense to expect that this very small parcel is going to be absorbed into any Painesville Township larger parcel. It makes perfect sense for it to be included into a home site basically within Concord Township, whose restrictions are equal to or exceed our restrictions for R1 zoning. So it's just one of these unique situations where I personally believe it makes sense to allow a property owner to develop a property, even though it's going to be split between two separate governmental jurisdictions.
Okay. What would the address, would that actually be Concord or Painesville Township?
Concord.
Okay, so they would answer any fire calls or anything like that. Although the fire chief lives right next, the old fire chief lives right next door, right?
Correct.
Okay. All right. Anyone to speak against the proposal? Any questions from the board, Dave or Ken?
No.
Just an observation. Just a quick observation. I mean, it would be good for that property to be able to be developed at some point because of the way it is today. You know, can certainly be an asset to both communities. So it makes sense.
Okay, so if someone would like to make a motion, please.
All
Okay,
right,
I'll
this
make,
is Ken Sullivan. I'll make a motion to approve 20 BZA-20 as requested in the variance application.
this is Dave, I'll second.
Okay, Rachel?
Okay, Ken,
Yes?
Dave Zara,
Yes,
Chairman.
Yes. I would say let's go ahead and journalize this as well.
okay, I will, this is Dave,
Appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
sure, I'll go ahead and I'll move that we journalize BZA-20.
Second?
Rachel, motion's been made and seconded.
Okay, Dave Zara,
Yes,
Ken,
Yes?
Chairman.
Yes. Okay. Good luck, Mr. Foley.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Thank you all for your consideration.
Okay. All right, so moving on. Rachel, if you would read case 20 BZA 21, please.
Okay, applicant Scott and Lisa Rice filed a variance application for property located at 1118 Dalton Drive. The request is to allow installation of 100 lineal feet of 6-foot tall vinyl fencing extending beyond the actual setback of the dwelling toward the side street and with a setback of 15 from the edge of the road in violation of section 6.13C2, which requires fences to have a setback of, I guess that's 20 feet. I'm so sorry. I'm so bad at reading this.
Yeah, it's 20 feet.
20 feet from the edge of the road and in violation of section 6.13E, which requires that fences located between the dedicated road and the actual setback of the home may not exceed 36 feet in height.
36 inches.
36 inches, sorry.
Okay. All right, find no error in our zoning inspector requiring a variance. Is there someone here who, well, before we do that, Jeremy, go ahead and swear who's going to speak on this one.
Okay. Anybody here speaking on behalf of this variance?
Lisa Rice.
Lisa Rice. Okay. Anybody else speaking on behalf?
No.
Okay. Anybody speaking against the variance? No. Okay, then just Lisa. I'm going to have you raise your right hand and answer my question. Do you swear or affirm that the statements you are about to give today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. Lisa, go ahead and tell us what you plan on doing here.
Great, thank you. I currently have a section of 100 linear feet, 6-foot tall wood fence on my back property line. So it does not enclose in the entire backyard. It's just on the back property line next to my neighbor's yard. And the fence has been up for probably about 25 years. I've been in the house for 17 and it's been there since I moved in. It's starting to show its age. I'd like to replace that fence in its exact location, the exact 100 feet with a vinyl fence.
Okay.
And I did have a letter that was submitted from the neighbors who live behind me expressing their support for that.
This is directly behind the Ohio State barn, correct?
That's right.
Okay. So that's it. All you want to do is replace the wooden fence with a vinyl fence.
That's correct.
Okay. Anyone else to speak in favor of? Anyone to speak against? I guess not, because no one got sworn. Any questions from the board? Ken or Dave?
no,
All right. Dave, why don't you make a motion?
Not to speak against, Mr. Chairman, but I do have a question for the applicant.
Okay.
I was just curious whether over the last 2 months she's heard any roosters crowing in her backyard.
I am aware of that my neighbors have chickens.
Are they still there or are they gone?
I don't know if they're still there.
Okay.
I haven't seen them.
Okay. Have you heard them?
I have not.
Okay.
When I was out there, I did not see any chickens running around. Okay, Dave, would you like to make a motion, please?
Certainly. Okay, I move that we grant the variance as requested in BZA-21.
Okay, motion's been
I'll
made,
second.
seconded. Rachel?
Thank you.
Okay, Dave and Zara,
Yes.
Ken,
Yes.
and Chairman.
Yes. Lisa, is this something you want to get started on in the fall here, right away?
Yes, if you wouldn't mind, please, because it'll take 4 weeks for the materials to come in. So I'd like to be able to order.
All right, well, you know the.
I'll make a
members,
motion.
You know the drill.
It's Ken. I'll make a motion to journalize the variance just granted on 20 BZA 21.
This is Dave. I'll second.
Okay, Ken,
Yes.
Dave,
Yes.
Chairman.
Yes. Okay, Lisa.
Great. Thank you for your consideration. Appreciate it.
Okay. All right, moving, Rachel or Lisa, you can stay or you can hang up. There you go. Okay, Rachel, if you would please read case 20 BZA 22, please.
Okay, applicant American Home and Energy Product filed a variance application for property located at 1272 Menor Ave. The request is to allow the installation on parcel numbers. They're not separated. All right, 11-A-016-C-01-007-0. Is that how you want me to say that? I just want to make sure I'm saying this correctly.
Yeah, Jeremy, just read it per the application. Is that okay?
Yes, that's fine. Yep.
Oh,
That's
okay.
fine, Rachel.
And 11-A-016-C-01-008-0 of 700 lineal feet of chain link fencing with a barbed wire cap, which has a total height above grade of 8 feet in violation of section 6.13B3, which limits total fence height in the B-3 district to 6 feet.
Okay, again, find no error in our zoning inspector requiring a variance for this. Is there anyone here to speak in favor or against? If so, if you want to state your name so you can be sworn.
Yeah, Chris Bedrick with American Home and Energy Products.
Okay. You're on the phone, right, Chris?
Correct.
Okay.
Anybody else to speak in favor or against? Okay, just you, Chris. I'm going to ask you to raise your right hand, which I'll take your word for since you're on the phone. Just answer this question. Do you swear or affirm that the statements you are about to give are the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chairman, this is Harley.
Yes, Harley.
The applicant, I spoke with the applicant prior to the meeting today, and he had emailed a statement that he wished either myself or Rich to read on his behalf. And the.
All right, Harley, why don't you go ahead and read it? We've heard Rich a couple times and
Okay.
get a little change here.
Okay, so the applicant wanted me to read this statement. It's in quotations. I'm quoting his email.
Okay.
I wanted to point out a few things about the variance for the fence. The fence is actually 6 foot tall. It is the barbed wire that will extend out 2 foot higher. I have had the same type of fence at my current location just east of the property. The fence will only be installed from the back of the building and toward the back of the property. The fence will start approximately 150 feet off the road. The taller safety fence is there to help protect my product and vehicles. Over the years, I have had several thefts on my property just to the east. There is a lot of foot traffic in this area from people crossing from behind the tracks from Jackson Street to Menor Avenue. And that is the end of that quotation.
Okay. All right. Chris, do you want to go ahead and tell us again what you're planning on doing?
Yeah, I'm just basically going to be clearing out the trees that are back there and putting a stone area for supplies and vehicles, and just trying to protect things back there. Like the statement said, there's been some theft on the property, and there's right through that area. There's a ton of foot traffic on a daily basis that goes through there, and I'm just kind of trying to protect things moving forward.
Okay, that's back towards the tracks is what you're talking about, right?
Yeah, yes, exactly. And I had the same fence, over actually at Midland, my landlord in the middle, and then I'm just one lot over that we're kind of shared properties over there, and I've had the same fence there. And the main thing is, everything I've done over there for the years, I want things to look good, as we grow and expand. And that's why I want to point out that it's the 150 feet approximately off the road, that's where it's at. And, I don't think it'll be real, make anything look bad, in the township, as I wouldn't want either.
Okay. Anyone else to speak in favor? No one got sworn to speak against. Dave or Ken, do you have any questions of our applicant?
No.
No.
Okay, I'm assuming that all these, on the drawing we have, these all add up to what, 700 feet of fence? Barbed wire.
Correct.
Rick? Okay.
They do.
Okay. All right, no other questions. Would someone like to make a motion to approve this? Or
Okay, this is Ken. I'll make a motion to approve case 20 BZA-22 variance application as requested.
This is Dave, and I'll second.
Okay, Jeremy, motion's been made and seconded.
Okay, Ken,
Yes.
Dave and Zara,
Yes.
Chairman.
Yes. Chris, is this something you want to start right away?
No, it'll be after 30 days.
Okay, so we'll just let this one go then. It has been approved, so just give it a little time and you can go get your paperwork from what you need from the office.
Great, appreciate that.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, thanks for the consideration and granted, the big grant. Appreciate it, guys.
All right, Rachel, if you would read 20 BZA 23, please.
Applicant David and Teresa Bray filed a variance application for property located at 74 Bristol Avenue. The request is to allow construction of a new 32-foot by 28-foot pole building, which, when added to the existing 10-foot by 10-foot shed on the property, presents ground coverage for accessory buildings on the parcel of 996 square feet in violation of section 14.02 C4, which limits total ground coverage of accessory buildings to 875 square feet.
Okay, I find no error in the zoning inspector requiring a variance here. So, Jeremy, if you'd like to go ahead and swear who's ever involved with this one.
I see David and Teresa, you're here to speak in favor of the application?
Yes.
Anybody else here to speak in favor?
No.
Anybody here to speak against? Okay. Then just David and Teresa, I'm going to ask you both to raise your right hand and answer the following question. Do you swear or affirm that the statements you're about to give are the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
All right. Thank you, Jeremy. All right. Dave and Teresa, you want to go ahead and explain what you're trying to do?
Well, I just need to build basically a storage garage behind my house. I've got a couple classic cars I need to store and various lawnmowers and other yard stuff. And I've got a shed there, a shed right where I want to build it. I have to tear it down. I've outgrown it. So I just need a larger shed.
Okay, so you will be tearing down the one that's there.
Well, the 10 by 10, no, but I've got a 14 by 20 where I'm building the new one, where I want to build the house that I'll be torn down, yes.
Okay. And it looks like your neighbor's got quite a menagerie of sheds back there too, doesn't he?
Yeah, yeah.
All right, anyone else to speak in favor? I don't think so. No one's been sworn. Dave, Ken, any questions of the applicant? Rich, any concerns here, anything?
Not really, no.
Okay. All right, someone like to make a motion?
Yes, this is Ken. I will make a motion to approve BZA case number 20 BZA 223.
This is Dave, I'll second.
All right, Rachel, motion's been made and seconded.
Okay, Ken,
Yes.
Dave Anzera,
Yes?
Chairman.
Yes. The Braves, is this something you want to start right away?
Yes, yes, please.
Okay, I'll make a motion to journalize BZA-23. This is Dave.
I will second.
Rachel?
Okay, Dave Anzera,
Yes.
Ken,
Yes.
Chairman.
Yes. Okay, good luck with that.
Hey, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, and finally, our lady who's been in the center of the screen all evening here on my computer. Rachel, if you would read case 20 BZA 24, please.
Okay. Applicant Sion Belknap of Agile Sign filed a variance application for property located at 1625 Menor Avenue. The request is to allow installation of a wall sign covering 147 square feet of area in violation of section 28.05 B1, which requires that wall signs shall not exceed a maximum area of 100 square feet.
Okay, find no error in our zoning inspector requiring a variance. At this time, Jeremy, if you would find out who's going to testify here and swear them.
Sure. And who is here to testify in favor of the variance?
Sion Belknap.
Okay, thank you, Sion. Anybody else here to testify in favor? Anybody here to testify against? Okay, then I'll just be you, Sion. Just go ahead and raise your right hand and answer my question. I'm sure you've now heard this a million times today. Do you swear or affirm that the statements you're about to give are the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I swear.
Thank you. Mr. Chairman.
Okay, Sion, you want to tell us what you want to do here? It's pretty well spelled out in your application, but go ahead.
It did my best request. I know that we are doing the Google. I wanted to write a little narrative for you guys so you had a full grasp of the facade. If you have, does everybody have this narrative?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, we do.
If you want, I can read it to the board, or we can, it's up to you. But that's a really great, I'll just read it. I'll read it for you guys. In my narrative, I had proposed Agile Sign and Lighting is requesting a variance to install one non-illuminated wall sign for Tractor Supply Company located at 1625 Menor Avenue. We're humbly requesting an approval as submitted, considering the proposed signage is well centered within the facade. The building has a very deep setback. As you know, Tractor Supply Company is the former Packatan, so we all know how deep that lot is. And the proposed signage is well centered within the facade. We feel it would be a hardship for the community to see the sign from the road if it was within that code of 100 square foot. With a larger sign, it's more proportionate with the facade, and we'll have good balance on the edges of the sign. Whereas if we had the sign that was allowed within code, it would look out of balance and there would be a lot of facade showing. We feel the signage is a great addition to the neighborhood to allow the community to see where their local TSC is at. We appreciate your consideration and seek approval from Painesville Township zoning and your community. As you see on the drawings, the sign is 47 square foot out of code. So that puts you at 147 square foot. It is not illuminated, so we don't have to worry about it leaking light at night or bothering neighbors considering it is more of a commercial area. And with it being non-illuminated, that does help, hopefully, you guys to approve the variance as submitted.
Okay, anyone else to speak in favor? Any questions from the board?
No.
I would like to say,
Question from zoning.
Go ahead, Rich.
Sion, is this a variance request for a permanent wall sign, or is this a variance request for a temporary wall sign?
This is a request for a permanent wall sign for their building.
Okay. We needed that to be very specific.
Sure. Yeah, this is going to be their permanent sign.
Okay.
I do agree that the facade can handle this size sign. It might look a little strange if it was any smaller than that. And the fact that you have humbly requested this goes a long way.
Yeah. Lou kind of taught me, always be humble. So
Yeah.
wanted to put that in there.
All right, I know there's no one been sworn, but anyone else want to speak for or against the request? Any questions from Dave or Ken?
Nope.
No.
Someone like to make a motion?
This is Ken. I'll make a motion to approve BZA case number 20 BZA-24 variance application as requested.
This is Dave. I'll second.
Rachel?
Okay. Dave and Zara?
Yes.
Ken?
Yes.
Chairman?
Yes. Fiona, is this something you want to move on right away?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Yeah, this is Dave. I'll move that we journalize BZA-24.
I will second that.
Rachel?
Okay. Ken?
Yes.
Dave and Zara?
Yes.
Chairman?
Yes. Okay. It's nice to see Tractor Supply moving forward here during, this all started back when all this COVID started, and
I know.
we've been moving right along. It's got to be taxing for people, everyone involved, I would imagine.
Perfect. Perfect.
Okay,
Well,
thank you.
Ken. Yes, I appreciate
All right, with
it.
with nothing else, I think we will close the public hearing and open our regular meeting. Rich, do you have something? Are you waving bye to somebody?
No, I was saying goodnight to Sion.
Oh, okay. All right. Has everyone had a chance to look over the minutes from the last meeting? Dave and Ken?
I have, yes.
Yes.
Do you see any changes or anything on there that needs to be looked at?
I didn't.
All right,
No,
so
I
I'll ask for a request to approve the minutes as submitted. Make a motion.
So moved, Ken.
I'll second.
Okay, Rachel, you still there? Yeah, there you are. You moved.
Okay. Ken?
Yes.
Dave and Zara?
Yes.
Chairman?
Yes. Okay. Rich, any old business? I don't see any on the agenda.
I don't think so, Tom.
New business? I have a quick question for you, Rich. Zion Tree Company, they had a conditional use permit over there, and looks like they're out of business. You know what's going on with that property?
Yeah, the former owner, Doug Coughlin, passed away in May.
Yeah, I understand. I knew that.
His wife is trying to continue to run the company until she figures out something better to do. So it's a little bit unsettled right now, but
yeah, I know. Every time I go by, I see less and less equipment there. So I don't know if they're moving it out or selling it or what they're doing.
Well, they could be selling it off. Before Doug passed away, he had purchased the property in between Yardmaster and Fairport Nursery Road on the north side of North Ridge Road
Okay.
on the east end of the township with the intention to move the business out there. I doubt with his passing that they are going to go ahead and fulfill the move out there.
Yeah. Sorry, Rich. Go ahead.
Harley, are you trying to say something?
Well, I just wanted to say that they were selling equipment. They were auctioning off equipment at Dinsmore Auctions.
Oh, okay. Who owns that property where he is now on Jackson Street? Is that Osborne?
No, I think they purchased that from Osborne when they moved in there a few years ago.
Okay. All right. I just wondering because I go by there quite often and I've just seen it kind of going downhill every time I go by there.
Yeah, well, you know, we had been trying to pressure him to clean the property up for a while now.
Good luck with that. Yeah.
Well, yeah. he wound up having no place to put any wood, you know, so he put it wherever.
Yeah. Okay.
And he kind of encroached onto some neighbor's property and had a little bit of problem with that, you know.
Okay. I just was wondering. All right. No new business. Anyone else have anything to say? Our next scheduled meeting is October 13th. No, actually, we have a special meeting coming up the 14th of this month. And from what I saw, we're going to have a quorum for that. I think Dave, Ken, you're not going to be there, right?
I definitely won't be there for that.
Okay. I just think, Harley, maybe you better check with, I think Dave Lindros said he was going to be there. Just make sure he has the correct thing to sign on. Hate to get everybody there and only have like two of us here. I know Dave said he'll be there. I'll be there. On the
I got an
14th.
email. Randy, I think Randy said he'll be there as well.
Okay. Might just want to double check and make sure they have the, you know, they have everything they need to sign on. Okay.
Yeah, I've got Dave Lindros on here as confirmed for the event. So
Okay.
he should have the link and everything
Okay.
set up. And then I just received an email from Randy, was that this afternoon, stating that he would be present at that meeting as well.
Okay. And Jeremy, you're going to be there. Rachel, you're going to be there.
Yes.
We should be all set.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll be here.
All right. I'd like to thank everybody for this evening. Things move quickly again. Sean, thank you. You're still there?
Yes, sir, absolutely. And I'll take this quick moment to say that we have the project approved and in motion now for the hybrid live streaming capabilities for Town Hall. I'm sorry, Township Hall's like public meeting room in the front. We're also looking at getting the conference room that I think some of you guys might have used as well, additionally wired up for the same thing. It'll help facilitate the hybrid for the in-person along with online and live streaming, if you guys so choose to do it. Projected end of September for the install date, but a lot of it's manufacturer dependent for shipping times. So I can't officially say you might be able to get in there for your next meetings, but hopefully by October you can have that as an official option.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you, everybody. Rachel, one quick question from me before we adjourn. We've journalized a number of things this evening. When will you have those ready for me to sign up at Township Hall? I can stop up there anytime.
Friday they'll be ready.
Okay. I'll make a note to get up there Friday.
Okay.
Okay. Anything else? Thanks, everybody. Have a good tomorrow. This is
Yes.
Good night, all.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
All right. Bye-bye.